We got one viewer, and it's me.
Should have two.
We don't have anything streaming, though.
Yeah, I'm noticing that.
It says it's live. Yeah, we're live.
Okay.
Oh, that's it. That's what's going on. You turn on the lights. Let me see the remote, please. I'm way too illuminated, sir.
Okay.
There we go.
Why is it? All right. Can you see us in the chat? Yeah, hey, hey. Yeah, hey, 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 hey. Can anybody hear us? I don't know if they can. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Yeah. Hello? Hello? Nope. No audio? Cool.
We got audio.
You do?
Yeah, you're good.
You can hear us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Seems really low, though. Yeah, 1, 2, 2, 2. Check. Hey, yep. And then you can talk if you want.
Yeah. It's going to take a while for it to come back over, though. We got quite a lag.
Yeah, it's always a lag. That's fine.
Does seem really low, though.
Yeah.
Oh!
Check. Hey, yep. Yeah, so turn
Yeah,
it
the
down.
volume worked.
Yeah, well, I had to fix it.
Yeah, you fixed the hell out of it.
I did so much fixing for you.
You fixed it so hard.
So good. So good at fixing for you. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, 1, 2. Okay. Cool. Somewhere in there. Somewhere in there around a rainbow. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Most boring live ever.
Mm-hmm. Can you really disagree with whoever said that?
I said it.
Oh.
Why would I?
I don't know. I can't disagree with it. Why does it do that?
Can you disagree with whoever said that? Bud, no one's watching.
Yeah.
So nobody said that but me.
That's okay.
I'm living it.
To be fair, I'm watching. All right. Eddie is hard at work with writing words. Okay.
Doing things,
Yes.
business things.
Looking so official. Uber extra official. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. All right. Oh, 3 nights, no sleep.
Gross.
Yeah.
Why would you do such a thing?
Well, you know, I'm a nihilist. It's cool.
Do what?
I'm a nihilist.
Ah.
It's cool.
Don't worry, Donnie. They're just nihilists.
Yeah, that's the one.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
I had a couple things to kind of chat about. Figured
Cool.
I'd, talk about how
Let's do it.
I got Sasha, my new service dog.
Let's do that.
Probably start the stream by talking about that so that if she starts yelping in the room that people will understand why they're hearing that sound or why I'm getting up and leaving.
Unless they come in later.
Every 5 minutes I'm going to say something about it.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
You have my
it
full
makes
support.
for good content.
Mhm.
It's like what you need to do as a man to navigate in today's society. I have a service dog. Yeah. So James Martinez from Patriot Dog Training ended up gifting me a service dog, and we got her yesterday. She and I have already bonded really well, and I'm going by the rules.
I agree to disagree. You guys haven't bonded at all. I've been here for like 20 minutes. Clearly, you guys haven't bonded.
That dog hates you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what we're bonding over, if we're being honest.
That's fair. All right.
Yeah. Stand by. I'll be right back.
Where you going? Where you going, bud? Oh, the air conditioning's on. All right. Well, probably fix it. All right. All right. Well, anyway. All right. What else is going on here? Yep.
I should tell my girlfriend to stream this so that we look cool. Like we got a bunch of people that care about us.
I think I look cool.
You don't.
Agree to disagree. And thank you for your support.
The name's, what do you say? Name's Dirt, boy. Don't French it up.
Don't you French it up. Dirty. I had remembered a Mandela effect that I wanted to talk about.
Stand by. Okay, Mandela effect.
Well, do you want to dig in a little bit more?
No, it's cool.
the
Just
pooch?
go right over what I was doing. Fuck
Well,
it.
I'm just saying I want to talk about that too. Yikes.
Ah,
Hey, do
cool.
you maybe want to
Yeah,
just chill your
mute
phone
my
out a little
phone.
bit?
Just, we're constant pros over here, dude. So proud of us.
Consummate professionals.
Yeah, fantastic.
Consummating professionalism.
Nope, not in front of these cameras. We're not.
Um,
But you gonna get it.
mm,
What?
mm-mm,
Too soon?
mm-mm,
All right.
mm-mm. I can't swim.
Yeah, no, I got a service dog. She's amazing. We bonded really well. We've went out and had coffee this morning, and she was just all over being a little sweetheart, and we get along. She's just awesome. Very well trained, listens, and she just came into the house yesterday, and so her getting accustomed to being here is maybe a week or two.
Oh,
But
sure.
she's doing really well for less than 24 hours.
Yeah, she seems like a sweetheart,
She really is.
even though she was barking at me like I was some criminal wearing a beer hat.
Well, if the hat fits,
Wear it.
yeah.
It does fit.
No, I just big shout out to James Martinez at Patriot Dog Training. Like, the dude's amazing. Set me up with treats and dog foods and the little vest for her, and he even told me, like, get the immunization shots done, her booster shots. We're gonna cover everything. Send me the receipt, and we'll get you made whole on that. Because I was telling him that we're gonna be flying, and that I want her to go with me, and he was like, "Yeah, she's gonna need boosters. Let me know. I'll reimburse you for it." I was like, "Dude,
That's
thank
outstanding.
you." Yeah. So they're great people, man.
Yeah.
I really do love that guy.
Yeah.
He's such a good dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got that.
Nice. Yeah, James, his energy that he brought on the pod was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was just
the last video just dropped at 10 this morning of his interview. And it was pretty funny too, because we left from picking her up and our fasting window opened, and so we went to go grab some food. And I'm not going to name any names because phenomenal food, phenomenal service. However, we were sitting by the wall. I don't like people moving around behind me. And one of the servers came up and she was like, "You need to move to the other side of the restaurant." I was like, "Excuse me?" And I was like, "This isn't a pet. This is a service dog." And she's like, "Well, yeah, but it what's up? Why do you have a look on your face?"
like this person is telling you where you can and cannot sit in a restaurant.
I thought you were looking at something on the screen.
No,
But yeah, so I was like, "That's not how this works. Like, Americans with Disabilities Act, the ADA states, we're not going to do that." And I was like, "But look, I'm going to be polite. I'll go ahead and get up and I'll move over there. But I just want you to know, like, luckily, you're dealing with somebody that has done a lot of personal development work, and I'm a happy, kind person. So I will. However, most of the people that you see with service dogs are not going to be so kind to you about stepping on their rights. So I just want you to know it's a $10,000 fine. You guys might want to get some education on that, but I'll go over there. No big deal. And then we had a phenomenal meal.
Mm-hmm.
A server came out. She was a total sweetheart. Was like, they said what to you? And I was like, yeah. And you know, I'm not going to raise a fuss. I even left them a 5-star review. Like, they were great.
Mm-hmm.
It was just that one ignorant person, and it always seems to be that one ignorant person.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up chatting with James about that.
Mm-hmm.
James Jaime.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he was just like, get him, bro. Give him the education. And I was like, because you know, he's like, how are things with the dog? I was like, they're fantastic,
Mm-hmm.
and already out there having to deal with people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
How old was this server? I mean,
20s.
okay, so child.
But she told me the manager said, and I was like, oh, well, the manager can come chat with me. Like, I'm more than willing to explain a couple things to him, you know, not trying to be rude, but just figured you should know that so you guys don't get fined. I like your restaurant a lot. I don't want you to go out of business because you guys are getting hit with $10,000 ADA infractions over and over again.
So you were just being a good Samaritan and helping them out.
Welcome to my life, man. Misunderstood. Just undervalued.
Classic.
Constantly.
Classic.
I know.
Well, get a haircut, you hippie.
All right. Go on. I know you're just wasting your time away until you get to talk about the Mandela effect. So
I just enjoy it, and it's fun.
So what's up? What'd you see?
So one of them that I forgot about the last time we talked about this that is near and dear to my heart is that things like where our hearts are in our chest and like where our kidneys are.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea that pre-Mandela effect, heart was actually more like situated to the left,
Yeah.
and now it's more or less perfectly centered.
So I always remembered it was supposed to be that it was in the center, and then they told us, no, it's a little bit to the left. Is it now back to
I
being
don't
the
know.
center?
I don't remember either way, but that's one of the discrepancies. The one that really grinds my gears is kidneys, where the kidneys are. So when I was a child, our kidneys were not protected by our rib cage. They were below the rib cage.
Yeah.
Nope, they're up in the rib cage now.
But, okay. And I'm not trying to shoot holes in the Mandela
Well, you
effect.
have to. This is the fun. This is the fun part.
However, I will also say,
Say it.
It doesn't. That doesn't make sense. Man, I don't know. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things that go into that though. Like we were talking about the Monopoly guy with the monocle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I could see like that scene in Ace Ventura where he knocks the old man out and he's like wearing him on his shoulders or whatever. He had a monocle. And like he called him like Mr. Monopoly, do not pass go, do not collect. And I could see somebody going, oh, well then that means that the Monopoly guy had a monocle, and so maybe that's where that one came from. Now there's too many different anomalies for it to make sense, especially with that massive amount of groupthink. So I think there is something going on there, but you know.
Yeah, the Monopoly guy monocle thing, the usual dismissal that's used for that is
Mr. Peanut.
Yes, yeah, and I just wholeheartedly disagree. The Monopoly guy always had a monocle. The end.
Yeah.
And
Well, and then the cornucopia, but
Yeah.
like the monocle one, I've actually seen people claim at least that they had a 1960s Monopoly game, and like we're like, see, he has the monocle and blah blah blah. Maybe isn't there one where he's looking through a magnifying glass?
it could be. I honestly don't remember now. Yeah, thinking.
One of the cards I'm saying though, like
Oh yes, which one is that?
doesn't matter.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. So anyway, so now our kidneys are protected by our ribs, and they didn't used to be. So evolution in the last since roughly, I don't know, what was that? 2012 when CERN did that? Was it 2008? I don't remember now. When did they smash particles together? CERN
I know they've been working on it for a while. I just don't know.
particle smash. See what the information superhighway comes up with. 2008.
2000.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for the last almost 20 years. So in about 20 years, the evolution of the human body shifted where the kidneys are.
Well, that's how that works.
Yeah. Yeah. That. Yeah.
You know.
Well, we're doing everything else so fast these days. Technology.
Yeah.
That would make sense that our bodies would evolve quicker as well.
I was gonna do a total shameless plug and be like, "Are your kidneys not behind your ribs? There's peptides for that. Go to helixpure.com."
Definitely go there to get them. That's funny.
You hear that, Helix Pure? Yeah. We're plugging you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. That'll affect some weird stuff. I saw something that really made me giggle the other day. I think on Instagram, there's this content creator, female. She's like in her 20s. I think she's Canadian, but she's just an edge queen, like shit poster. Just
And what's she called?
I don't remember her name. However, she posts like just about like getting obnoxiously drunk and shooting guns in cars, like and does like shot challenges and claims that she drinks like 200 shots of vodka, and I'm like, come on, that's not real. However,
boring. Only 200.
yeah,
Amateur.
However,
rookie numbers.
Some looks maxer dude was like talking trash to her in her comment section, and he was just like, with your fat cheeks, you're so fat cheeked and blah blah blah, like, and you know, in the video she's talking about, you would think that this man is like just an absolute stud, and it's just some like look maxer like weird dude like holding his cat.
It's like clavicular. He's the he's the most notable look maxer, and he's in all kinds of hot water right now.
Oh God, what do you do?
Gonna be honest, I don't follow. I don't know.
Yeah, that's good. That's why I respect you.
Yeah, I get a lot of that stuff from Asmongold.
Yeah,
and so I know who a lot of these people are now because of that stuff. It's like, okay, this is the easiest way that I'm gonna stay relevant. And then he'll talk about some of these things because he streams. He live streams 15 or 23 hours a day, whatever it is.
Yeah,
and I'm like, he'll get into it, and it's like, oh, what's this thing with this clavicular guy? Oh, looks maxing. Okay, cool. That's really creepy and weird, but now that's a thing. Okay, got it. And then starts talking about what he did. I was like, wow, I just couldn't possibly be more disinterested in this. Like, he just skip to one of his videos about politics somewhere in the world. Yeah, much more entertaining than that garbage.
The whole thing that cracked me up about that was like, obviously this guy's like talking trash, and I think I left some comment that was just like, nice negging, bro, like leave some for the rest of us, pal. Like, because I mean, it's obvious, like this dude's got super like incel energy of just like, he knows damn well no woman like her would ever take him on, right? And so he's just this like bitter, jaded turd. And it just, I don't know, man, like that whole, and I don't know if it's all like look maxers are incels, but like it definitely seems like that. Like, just, I'm gonna get as pretty as possible because the pretty women don't want me, and so then they get pretty, and then they're still undesirable because they have no character. I mean, look, I am not a super attractive dude. I am short, I am chubby, but I'm pretty damn charming, and I have always dated outside of my league, like just some smoke shows that have no business being with me if we're going looks for looks. And I appreciate that. So I guess the message, like, work on yourself, dude. Like, don't work on your looks. Work on your personality, because clearly you're lacking somewhere.
It's the internet.
But I'm saying in general. Like,
well, sure. Oh, I mean, if we're actually...
that dude out in, what was it, somewhere off the coast or whatever, like in California, that like was like super incel and like did that video in his car, and he's just like, I drive a BMW and women don't want me. This is ridiculous. And then he ends up shooting a bunch of people because, yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
Oh, it was some years back, but I mean, young kid in his like early 20s, if that. And like, doing like the evil villain from like anime voice, like, and how dare you not think that I'm fantastic?
Do you mean women don't always care solely about looks? Sometimes charisma matters.
And cars and maybe content of character. No, backseat that last one. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Looks and cars, you know, all the things I could do for you. Like, dude, maybe just be a better
I
person.
feel like a lot of women don't need men to do things for them. They might want men to do things for them,
Sure.
but maybe
I did. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
Well, I did a kind of workshop beta test, like workshop retreat thing, and afterwards we were kind of like just chopping it up, and we were talking, and one of the gals that ran it, you could tell that she has a lot of energy, of like positive energy as far as who she is, but you could tell that she's definitely on like a feminist kick, right? And she was like, well, and men need to step it up, and men this and men that. And I was like, okay. And then she saw that I wasn't in agreement with her, and she started to shift it a little bit, and she's like, but it's because women. And I was like, okay. And I'm just kind of listening to her, right? And I go, well, I mean, I'm pretty well known for touting my concepts of toxic masculinity. And she goes, oh, what's that? Like, excited to talk about toxic masculinity. And I go, oh yeah, it doesn't exist. And she goes,
what? Yeah.
That's a statement. Go on. And I was like, well, I think that what is attributed to the ideals of toxic masculinity is the absence of masculinity. It is the polar opposite of what masculine energy looks like. And she was like, oh,
toxic behavior is
Right.
toxic behavior.
right.
Yeah, masculinity is not.
Right. And we started talking about that, and I was like, and the conversation continued on, but like, I was like, look, what do women bring to the table? And she's like, well, we're loving, and we're sweet, and we're gentle, and we're
You
this
got
and
into
we're
the
that.
whatever podcast questions.
Do what?
It's one of the main questions from the whatever podcast.
Oh, I've seen. I haven't like sat down and deep dive on that.
Don't.
Okay.
It's so frustrating on both sides. He's
who-
disgusting. They're disgusting. It's gross.
So just matching the worst with the worst, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't super impressed when I saw it. Like, it's like watching Jerry Springer for me.
It's not unlike this generation's Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think I originally watched it because I thought that the dude who hosts it looks like my cousin a little bit. So, anyway, not like a huge, big fan or anything. However, the hell was I talking about?
What women bring to the table. I think the real question is like, we just have different value systems. Men and women are different.
Yeah.
And there's this crazy overarching theme these days that like, we're not that different. It's like we are, and it's not bad.
Massively different.
In fact, it's awesome that
Play
we're
to your
so
strengths.
different. Yeah, it's like let's enjoy being different and enjoy the quirks and the isms of being different and lean into that. It's way more fun than this competition of we're somehow the same. We're just not. It's okay.
Right. And like, I could go off on a million different directions. However,
Pick one, Eddie. Just
okay.
one.
Sorry
for yelling.
This lady had posted something in a group that I'm in, and she was like, men, I want you to know this and that and this and that and this and that and all these things, where she's attempting to like apply to men, to like qualify herself to men. And she's like, blah, blah, blah. She's rambling 1,000+ words.
Yeah.
And then goes like, and I don't need your approval. And I was just like, then why did you write all this?
That
Like,
sounds like you're looking for approval and
right, that is
validation.
exactly what you
Yeah.
do. But so back to that gal that I was talking to. She's a total sweetheart. I'm not, trashing her by any means. But we were talking about all that, and she was like, well, women bring this and women bring that and women bring this and women bring that. And I just looked at her and I was like, do you know what we actually want? And she's like, yeah. And I'm sure she's thinking I'm going to say something vulgar. And I look at her and I go, peace. I mean, I should have messed with her a little bit more and been like, it starts with a P. But no, it's peace. I just want
Yeah.
peace.
Yeah.
I want peace in my home. I want peace out of my home.
Mm-hmm.
I want a partner that supports what I'm doing and I support what she's doing. That's
Yeah.
it. I want peace.
Yeah. I always refer to it as balance, right?
Yeah.
Like I behave certain ways under certain circumstances based on, how I was raised and the interactions and experiences that I have. And so to your point about I actually really like that. Again, I've always called it balance. The idea, yeah, because balance brings peace. Like just what if I'm way over here, help me come back way here to the middle. And if you're
Yeah.
way over here, help you come back here.
Yeah.
There's that. I just think that balance is so important, and people are so bent on attributes. Like, what do you bring? I bring these things, like attributes or actual physical things. Like, cool. You bring a car, you bring money, you bring a house. Great. Those things are helpful for sure, to some degree, but that's not for me. That's not the thing.
Right.
It's that balance. It's that support. It's that when I know something is going sideways and I am not in my power, hey, can you help me come back to that middle position, that center position where I now can behave or be myself or closer to myself? Like help bring me back into me.
But see, my thought on that.
Give me your thought. Is it just one or is it three?
I'm gonna give it to you so hard.
No.
Sorry.
No.
No, like the thought
Deleted.
on that is like I get that we're gonna step outside of our power, right?
What happens?
Women bring an inherent sense of love and nurturing.
Usually.
Fair. But that's, I guess that's kind of what I'm getting at. Women should bring an inherent sense of love and nurturing, and that provides the peace, right? And I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm struggling through some stuff and I'm with somebody that's like, hey, you need to get your shit together. Because it's like, whoa, that's not what I need right now. What I need is like, hey, you're kind of going off the rails here. Let's get back on the rails. Like, okay,
what can I
cool.
do to help you?
Right. How can I support you?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Instead of notice me, look at me.
Or, you did this, you're doing this. Like, that's not peace to me.
No.
That's not going to pull me back in. That's going to push you away from me because I'm going to push you away from
I'm immediately going to shut that out.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
Not here for that.
I like the concept of peace as opposed to balance because you go farther out on the scale, right? And it starts to tilt. And so this side goes farther out on the scale and you find balance, but you're both just worlds apart.
Could be.
So for me, it's like they provide peace. We provide protection, leadership, guidance, and providing, period. We provide provisions, you know?
Yeah. And if that's how it works for you, I think that's fantastic. I mean, example, God, universe, right? We have different ways of expressing the things that that bring us that, for me, balance, right? And so I like that you are resolute on the way that you're thinking about it and the way that you express it, because most people can't do that,
Yeah.
right? And let's say that most people I speak to on the daily don't do that.
Right.
They'll find ways to talk in circles when they're expressing these things and not really say anything and not be so, again, resolute on what they're thinking and why. It's part of the reason that I like doing this with you.
Yeah. And I don't mean to sound arrogant, however.
Well, too late, bud.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't think there's a high average person, like a high majority average person is taking as much time for introspection as you or I. And I'm not saying that makes us some like absolute gurus. I don't
No,
think
it's
that
just
we
what
are.
we prioritize.
Right. I would rather sit and think about the ways that I can be better than think about the bad things that I've done or the bad things that have happened to me or the good things that have happened to me. Like I would rather sit and focus on how to be a better me tomorrow than, and my girlfriend says it all the time. Like she loves the introspection that I have and the self-awareness that I have because I'll say something and immediately be like, that sounded gross. Let me clean that up.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me
And you
just
do the same thing.
roll that right back into my face.
Right.
Yeah.
Can't unring the bell, but
Yeah.
you know what I can do is
I can
put my
acknowledge
hand on
that.
the bell and try and
Yeah.
take away the vibration.
I like to think about it as not spending as much time in the rearview mirror. That analogy was brought to me at a time when I was the rearview mirror, as small as it is, was the only thing I could see in front of me. And it was so, when that was, for some reason, that landed so well in that moment. It's like, oh my God, there's this big ass windshield in front of me and I can't see any of it. I am going to continue to crash into everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And I guess that's a solid message if there's women out there that are looking for some guidance from men that will shoot you straight. If you want to win a man's heart, just compliment him on the way that he protects, leads, guides, and provides for you. Like, that means everything to me. And I know a lot of men that are in that same exact headspace. They work their fingers to the bone to provide for the family, but they don't get thanked for it.
They get essentially rejection.
Right. They spend a large portion of their brain function focusing on like the security and protecting their family, and they don't get appreciation for it. Like, and I think there's a difference between leading and guiding as well. Like, I will talk with my girlfriend and we'll have conversations where, you know, I'll be calm and just be like, okay, well, if you think that that's what you want to do, like, then do it. I'm not going to stop you. In fact, I'll support you. However, you know, there is these things to look out for, right? For me, that's guidance. That's counsel, you know? And then there's other times where I go, okay, so here's what we're going to do. And I'm blessed to have a partner that is an amazing human, but she also trusts me because I've given her no reason not to. And so in that, I can go, no, this is what we need to do. And she's like, he's the one that steers this ship. So yeah, you know, and yeah, I had somebody recently, she was talking about working with them on a project, and she got really grossed out by this person because they said, well, here's the way to talk Eddie into it. And was giving them like sales techniques on how to sell me on something that they would have benefited on.
That's so gross.
And, you know, she ended up going back to her and just said, look, you know, you seem like you're attempting to pit me against Eddie. I'm not okay with that. We're not going to do this, you know. And it was an awkward conversation because she was my friend as well. And so it's unfortunate. And I think she's a fantastic human, but that was the wrong button to press. And we have wildly open, transparent conversations about who interacts with us. Like, we don't hide anything from each other, period. So
it's good.
Yeah.
I support
super
that.
Healthy.
Yeah.
But again, to the ladies out there, if you're struggling with your partner, maybe he just needs to hear one of those 4 things: that you appreciate the way that he protects, leads, guides, and provides for you.
Yeah. Gas him up.
Yeah.
It's crazy what happens in any relationship, whether it's a significant other or just a friend or a family member.
Solid.
We take the time to just gas each other up.
Yeah.
No, and not just, maybe arbitrary things too that are simple and vague, but also maybe something that's just a little bit of a notice about that person's characteristic and something, but gas them up, go.
Well, and I'm saying those 4 things specifically for men. However, you know, women, they love that shit too. Men, if you're struggling with your woman, tell her how beautiful she is. Tell her how much you appreciate her mind. Tell her that you love her feminine traits, or how loving of a mother she is, or, you know, the things that they, for the most part, inherently bring to the table. For the most part. Caveats applied.
Yeah. I mean, nobody's perfect. I don't always show up the way that I want to. And, you know, we don't always show up the way that we want to.
I agree.
It's okay, yeah.
I agree. I just, you know, I think there's a lot of people out there that want peace, they want happiness, and they want love, and yet they don't provide it to other people. And it becomes this like cyclical downward spiral, like I said, with like the incels, where, you know, they're being rejected, and so they get angry, and then they act and lash out even more. And it's like, dude, just chill. Just chill out. Just be kind to people. They will be kind back more than likely. And the ones that don't, if you give love and you don't receive love from that person, well, they're the type that needs to be loved the hardest, man. Because I've been that guy. the moment that you said something kind to me, or the moment that you behaved in some way kind to me, I'm instantly wondering, well, what are they trying to screw me out of? And that's a dog shit way to live, man. It's a horrible existence.
Sure, it didn't serve you. You dropped it.
After years of suffering through it and thinking it was my only way, yeah. And now, I mean, you and I have gone and done business things with people where they screwed us for thousands of dollars, and you know, we laugh at how much they suck, but we don't get wrapped up about it. We just go like, all right, on to the next thing.
Yeah,
It is what it is.
that person, no longer someone I'm doing business with.
Right.
The end. Move on.
Right.
And stay and fight it. Maybe later I'll go back and get my money back. Maybe I won't. Don't know.
Probably not.
Other things to do with the time that are more important.
The energy and the time that you waste being upset about that stuff is costing you so much money. Like, there is a difference between the price of something and the cost of something.
Yeah. Cutting losses is a pretty important concept. And quite frankly, when I know that I have a goal or a mission that is quite large, the smaller transgressions they're simply not worth the time. I got 24 hours. Yeah, I got 24 hours in a day, and we might call each other and do some low vibration and just get some stuff off our chest, so that way we can focus on get stuff out and move past whatever it is, so that we can focus on the overarching goal. And
we preface all that low vibration by asking if it's okay as well, because there have been days where I was just hot about something and I'm like, dude, can we go low vibe real quick? And you're like, no, I'm pissed right now. I'm like, all right, that's fair.
Yep.
Sometimes it's needed, man. Get that stuff off your chest and then behave like a man.
Yeah, I'm a big advocate of if I've got something to get off my chest and I don't have anyone to speak with about it, it's just writing it down.
Yeah.
Write it down and then trash it.
Yeah.
If it's an email that has no recipient, fine.
Yeah.
Get it out.
Don't put the recipient in there.
Never put in a recipient. Inevitably, you will hit send. It will happen.
Gas yourself up and be like, you know what? No, I'm doing this. And you're fired. Yeah, man. I am tired. I've been sleeping terribly lately. And so if I look like I'm low energy right now, it's because I'm exhausted. However, my mattress has finally bit the dust, and we just got a new one today. I'm extremely excited about that.
Hey, you look at like at least $7 or $8 right now.
7 or 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we consider this a down payment on being $1 million or?
It's you do you. Yeah, I don't know.
I feel less than $7 or $8 right now.
All right, fair. I have also not had much sleep the last 3 nights, and
what's wrong with you?
My kids have been ill, and so up at night stuff, and just part of what I signed up for. And I woke up this morning after off and on a couple hours of sleep.
Yeah,
it's like, all right, here we go. It's a heavy leg day at the gym today. Let's see how that goes.
How did that go, Brandon?
It actually went well.
Okay.
A lot better than I thought it was going to. And I went in there, I was like, I'm just going to drop the expectation that I had. And so I got into it, I was like, all right, cool. I think I was so tired that I was not fully computing like just how difficult what I was doing actually was in the moment when it was over. It was like, that was actually one of my better lift days. Yeah, in a while. So
yeah, I need to get back into the gym. I haven't gone since this sleep stuff has been going on because I have a massive knot in my shoulder.
Jump rope, just jump rope.
Bad knees. I got bad knees.
All here or excuses from you.
Yeah, that's all I got right now. Excuses and no results. No, I'm gonna get back in soon. I'm super stoked about the new mattress because it's going to be a lovely change, and I got some myofascial adjustments appointments scheduled right now too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep. That's with my friend. Yeah, she's amazing.
She really is.
Yeah.
She hurts me so good.
It is so frustrating how badly I want that woman to step on me.
Yeah.
Like just
in the weird.
That's, yeah.
Nothing romantic or
Nope.
anything
It is
gross.
not that.
It is 100% like, yes, dig your heel into my muscle and hurt me. It feels so much better after.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it.
So, yeah. The pain and the release at the same time is such a weird thing to describe.
If somebody just got onto the podcast, that sounds horrible.
You're welcome.
No, I get what you're saying though. Like, I had a gal that I was dating, and we broke up, and we were still living together, right? And I'll spare you all the details. However, she was making some threats about self-harm, and I didn't know what else to do. I was checked out, literally, like we were moving out of the house. And I reached out to her dad and was like, hey, just a heads up on that. And unbeknownst to me, her dad got really gross and like started, like, he called her and was like, then just do it, like calling her out, right?
That's terrible.
Right. And, you know, even if she wasn't actually in that headspace, that's got to put you in a position where you feel so worthless by your own parent, right? But anyway, so she calls me up and she's ripping into me, and I was going into physical therapy at the time because I had just had surgery. And I'm walking into physical therapy. She calls me and she's cussing me out, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I go in there and, dude, I was already doing physical therapy. And so I am steaming mad, dude. And my doctor, my physical therapist, comes up and he hands me a stress ball. And I was trying to see if I could tear it in half. Like, I was so angry. And he goes, hey, bud, you seem kind of upset. And I'm like, yeah, dude, da, da, da. And this happened and this. And, you know, he was just going through a breakup as well. So he's like, you know, we're trauma bonding. And he ends up going, hey, man, is it okay if I do an acupressure move? And I was like, sure. And this dude pinched me right here. And I feel bad because there was like a pregnant lady and an elderly woman in his shop while he's doing that. And I was like, you mother... Like, cussing him out.
I thought you were going to say you farted.
No, that I would have been like, it happens. What do you want from me? I'm an anteater. But anyway, that's an old reference of a meme. So I'm cussing up a blue streak, and it's that same exact feeling of like I am in absolute pain, and then all of a sudden I just feel the muscle contract and go out of his hands. And I was like, what the hell? I felt so good after that when I was driving to my new place after physical therapy, I called her and I was like, I am so sorry for what happened to you. Like, that is not my intention at all. Because I didn't have all this stress. And she like was ready to argue with me. But because I was like so surrendered to like, yeah, I made the wrong decision. I apologize for that. She was like, oh, well, yeah. And it was super messed up that, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, I get it. And I assure you, had I known that, I never would have done that. She's like, yeah, well, all right. I'm just really stressed out. And I was like, I know, me too, you know, and it just calmed down. So it's that concept of like taking care of yourself shows up in like every other place. Like, you take care of your health, it's going to show up in your finances. You take care of your finances, it's going to show up in your health. You take care of, you know, there's so many different facets of like self-care is so important.
It's what I bring to everything I do.
Yeah.
I have to take my body. I have to take my state of mind. I have to take my ideology. All the things that make up me, all the components, literal and figurative, they come with me.
Yeah.
And so if I'm stressed out, I'm taking all that stress into every conversation with me.
Yeah. And I mean, it shows up everywhere. And I think that's kind of why I've been so off kilter lately. Like, we launched the new company. I have this massive knot in my back. I'm sleeping 3, maybe 4 hours a night, you know, and it's wearing me down, dude. So
it's the reality of it.
Yeah.
And it's temporary.
Yes. And I've done things in attempts to get that whole health situation worked out. And there's a couple more to do before surgery. So I'm excited that at least there's a possible out there. And it's going to be extremely painful, but I'll take that over surgery. I don't like surgery.
Well, if you need surgery, let me know. I can just do it for you. It'll be fine.
Thanks, dog.
Yeah, dude, it'll go well too.
Do I get to keep the muscle afterwards? Attached or
I mean,
unattached?
with unnecessary surgery, we just kind of find out as we go.
Okay.
But what I can tell you is that all of the tools that I have are made right here in the good old US of A. My grandfather was certain to make sure that the toolbox that he gave to me when I was a kid was made here in the USA, and every tool, they're not complete sets. They're complete, but they're just complete. It's a mix. Yeah. It's
a hodgepodge.
Yeah,
Surgical, or is there like a
no,
ski mask involved?
This is like a toolbox like you have in your garage.
Brandon, was your grandfather a serial killer?
No, he's an electrician.
Okay.
There are an unusual amount of hacksaw blades in that toolbox.
Yeah. Do electricians carry scalpels and chloroform?
So we use not. They weren't scalpels. I mean, I can cut sheetrock with these, or other stuff.
Bone. Brandon, can you cut bone with those?
I don't know. I never tried.
Brandon.
Never tried.
Brandon, have you
Don't
cut
know.
bone with those?
Don't know.
You don't.
Man, this conversation is drying up. Not really sure where we're going.
I don't know, man. I don't know. And it looks like we lost another viewer, and that makes sense. They don't like our humor, and that's okay too.
Well, as they say, I'm not for everybody.
Was it your grandfather that logged off at prison?
No, he's been dead for a couple of years.
Oh, okay. I was about to go, well, that's good. People don't get how gross our humor is, though.
Well, some do.
Dude, I'm spent. Yeah.
Nothing left in the old gas tank, but
I don't got it. You're gonna do a lot of heavy editing
That's fine.
this week.
That's fine.
We have some cool podcasts coming up though.
We do. Let's talk about them.
Yeah. We have Tony Anger. He is a Air Force veteran. He was a pilot in the Air Force, I believe Air Reserves. He went on to have a very successful career in commercial aviation, and he runs a nonprofit with his plane called Amazing. His plane's named Amazing Grace, but I believe it's called Grounded No More.
Okay.
Where he will take veterans up in his old Canadian World War II fighter trainer. You ride in front, he steers in back, and he'll take you up there and do all the cool things and fly you around the valley. And
dope.
There's a price tag, but it's not a big one. You just have to allow him to take a picture of you smiling while you're doing it. That's it. That's all
so it's not so wild that you wouldn't smile while it's happening.
Oh, no. I mean, you could be like me, scared to death of heights, and you're still going to smile.
Reminds me of
at least if you land.
when I was with Linkin Park, we were doing some festival in Montreal, metal festival in Montreal. I did that festival with them a couple of times, a couple of other bands. But one of the times we were there, there's a company that's like on the other side of the lake, and they do helicopter rides. And of course, if there's a music festival going on in these grounds, it's good for business.
Yeah.
And the guys, we knew right away, like, okay, military guys love Linkin Park. It's a standard, right?
Right.
And so after sound check, we went and grabbed a bunch of the
What
crew.
year was this?
Oh, golly, this would have been.
Did you say golly?
Yeah.
Scram.
Golly. I mean, if Chester exited his timeline in July 2017, and then they did an album, recorded all of 2016. This is 2015 or maybe 2017. I don't know, mid 20 teens, 20-aught teens, 2-aught teen, whatever. And so after sound check, all of us crew, we went around and grabbed a bunch of guitar picks, set lists, and drumsticks, and whatever other swag we could pull off the stage. Having this feeling that we could go over to these guys and be like, hey, we'll trade you all of these things that people want that we have an abundance of and it's no value for us because we can't get rid of them, right? And I shouldn't say can't get rid of them. They're always just there.
They're there. Yeah.
So trading them, time in the chopper. So of course they were like, yeah, let's go. They were super pumped.
Yeah.
So of all the guys in the crew, only myself and two other guys went over to actually do it. Everybody kind of just tapered off, like, nah, I'm gonna go to bed or whatever, take naps and stuff. And we're like, no, let's go get the helicopter. So we went over there. The helicopter was able to take the three of us and then two other people. There were two younger girls there, 20, 21, early 20s maybe. And
Younger
so,
women.
yeah, and sorry, you're right. And so anyhow, so when we negotiated with them, which was very easy, they're like, yeah, and they're like, hey, do you guys just want the standard ride, or do you guys want like a ride?
Yeah.
And so of course we're like, yeah, let's have a ride. And the two girls they were in the back were like, so I was in the front with the pilot, and then there's the two guys, and then two girls in the back, and we're all excited about this, and they're getting kind of nervous, like, what does that mean? And what it meant is the guy gave us. I've never been so sick in my life.
Yeah.
He was the like legit maneuver. Now I say legit maneuvers. I've never been in a helicopter
Right.
before. I was never in the military. I don't know. So, but he was swinging this thing around and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And when we got to the other side of the lake, he kept dive bombing the pit. So he would just do these super hard, just straight up, and then just go up until, whatever. Now let's just fall back to planet Earth, and coming straight down on top of the pit. And like, I've never been so sick in my life. And it went on and on. He was just like, yeah, man, I'm going to give you guys a ride. And so instead of being like a 10 or 12 minute ride for 30 minutes, he just wrecked us, just absolutely destroyed us. We got out of there. It was a 20-minute walk back to the buses. I was so sick. I threw up on the way. It was just a mess. I got in my bunk and stayed there for the next 6 hours until it was time to get back on stage. I was like, this is awful. I never want to go on a helicopter ever again. That's what we asked for.
So I worked on C-130s predominantly when I was in the Air Force, and there's a thing called first term airman's courses, FTAC,
Okay.
and basically you're a fresh airman out of your training, and you get to your new base, and they go, okay, you got to go to FTAC, and it's like a 2-week course where they tell you about like all these wild things, right? Like here's how chain of structure works, and this and that, and they tell you about the local area. And like bars to avoid and restaurants to avoid and all this stuff. So where I was stationed, we got briefed some really weird stuff. However, I'll leave it at that.
Yep.
What ends up happening is we ended up getting a flight afterwards, right? So you graduate and they were like, and we'll take you up in a bird. Okay. So we go up there, and I don't like flying personally. However, we take off, and they're combat takeoff, and I'm getting nauseous. The G's are messing with me real bad, right? And even in that big giant plane, it's still hitting G's. Like, dude, look up C-130s. It'll blow your mind what they can actually do. So they're like, okay, now everybody can go up to the flight deck cockpit. Okay. And so, you walk up there, and it's kind of around this thing, and you have to climb up these stairs, and then you're able, I'm able to stand up in there, right? It's a, big giant cockpit. And I'm sitting there, and I'm kind of like looking around, and they got like the flight engineer and the navigator and, a couple pilots. And then I think there was another guy that was like a full bird colonel or something like that, just riding in the back, just kind of hanging out, watching over people, like QA inspection kind of thing. And they give you the little headphones, and I'll use the headphones as, nope, we're not going to use these.
No, that's terrible.
Yeah, on the live streams, mad feedback.
Not feedback.
Delay.
There you go.
But
get it right, bud.
I can't do this. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why you're wearing it.
Well, I was going to show you. So
here, I'll just turn the volume down.
No, it's good. Yeah. So I put the headphones on, and I'm kind of talking with them, and I was like, all right, so they're showing me stuff, and he's like, and this is the instrument panel, and I was like, oh, very cool, very cool. And they're like, and he's over there, he's the one plotting the course. I was like, oh, cool. And I, they got the little mic on him, and I go, and I press the mic, and I go, so what's our altitude? And the pilot goes, what? And he looks over at the co-pilot, and he's like, I didn't say that. What are you talking about? And he goes, what the do you mean, what's our altitude? And he's like, I didn't say it. And they like start arguing, right? And then they look over at the engineer, and they're like, was that you? And he's like, no. And I'm like, oh God, like I'm a fresh airman, and I just pissed off a bunch of officers, right? And then they look back at the nav, and they're like, why would you ask that? And he's like, I didn't ask it. And they look over it, and the colonel just goes, hey, everybody calm down. It was this young airman. He was just asking what the elevation was. Nobody needs to freak out, okay? And he looks over and he goes, "Son, I'd say we're at, X feet or so."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Thank you.
And
I'm out."
Out of here.
Yeah. And then I just spent the rest of that flight huffing
Hiding.
into a bag, trying not to puke in the plane.
Yep.
I got some pretty funny Air Force stories. Just, working on those birds with a bunch of degenerates. Oh man, I look fantastic. I'm seeing the playback right now. The hat's all down low because of the
Mine is too, whatever. Every time I put it back down, it just slowly falls back. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's part of being beautiful.
Yeah. So I got one for you.
Go.
You want to hear about the story about when I got peed on?
Could I say no and also yes at the same time?
I think you just did. So
tell me about how you got peed on.
I was a metals troop, right? So I was metals technology, welder and a machinist. But we would get called out for stuck screws, right?
Okay.
And on kind of the rear end around the C-130, there's a thing called a belly band. And the belly band is this like strip of sheet metal. It's about this long and it wraps all the way around. Okay. On C-130s, there is a urinal aptly named the honey bucket.
Okay.
And the honey bucket, obviously called that because it looks like a bunch of dry honey and piss.
Sure.
And so you are in flight and you got to piss, you go over and there's like a little curtain you can pull around if you so desire. And basically you use the honey bucket and it just drains down through this pipe and goes out the belly band and the urine just flies out into the world.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
So those screws get stuck all the time on the belly band because they're covered in urine and they erode and all that like weird stuff happens. And so I get called out and I'm 15 minutes before my lunch break, right? And they're like, "Hey, you got to go out on the flight line." And I was like, "Dude, I'm going to lunch in 15 minutes." And they're like, "Nope, sorry." And I was like, "Whatever, dude." So I go to the tool crib, I check out my toolbox, and I'm like, account for everything. And I talk to the, tool crib guy, and I'm like, "Here, I'm taking this out." And the guys come back from lunch, and now it's my lunch, right?
Dope.
But I still got to go. So I load everything up into the little gator cart, and I, drive out on the flight line. I go up, and I'm, "What's going on?" Blah, blah, blah. And I see the stuck screws on the belly band. I was like, all right. So I go underneath there, and I'm laying underneath the plane, and I'm like working an easy out or something in there, trying to get this screw out. And all of a sudden, all this piss just drops on me. And I'm absolutely furious. And I'm thinking like something just jarred loose, and I just got a bunch of piss on me. And I go, "Mother," and I'm furious. And then all of a sudden, I see a pair of boots hit the ground and go running away from the plane. Some crew chief was in there and took a piss in the honey bucket while I'm working on the belly band because he didn't check. And so I got this dude's piss all over me.
Awesome.
About 6 months later, I come to find out who it was. This dude was a former PJ, Spec Ops troop.
Oh.
And PJs are just
Yeah.
the upperest of echelon, right?
Yeah.
And
those are some real dudes.
Right. There's not a chance I'm gonna mess this dude up, right? So I find this out, and this dude was aptly nicknamed Captain Insano. The reason, and he wasn't a captain, however, the reason that he was no longer a Spec Ops troop is because he got into a bar fight and knocked half of the guy's teeth down his throat.
Oh, nice.
Like, the guy was nuts, right? So I find out it was Captain Insano that peed in the honey bucket and got all over me. And I was like, well, clearly there's nothing I can do physically to this man because he's an absolute specimen. So I can outdrink him. So I just kept, goating him. Let's do another shot. He's not going to hang with me. I was a big drinker back then. Finally, he passes out. I pissed all over him.
That is a great story.
Shout out Captain Insano if you're watching.
That's amazing.
I know some of my Air Force brothers watch this and they'll reach out to him.
That's good.
But yeah, peed all over him.
Yeah. We should have him on to talk about it.
I haven't talked to him in years. The Air Force did him really dirty. He got a divorce and they continued to pay him at married status and he just didn't think about it.
Sure.
And so he's about to re-up on his contract, and I think he was like an E5 staff sergeant at the time. And they go, "Hey, we've been overpaying you," and he's like, "Oh, sorry about your bad luck."
Yeah, too bad for you.
Right. And they go, "Well, you owe us like $20,000." He's like, "I'm not going to pay that." And they were like, "Oh, well then we're going to deny your reenlistment." And he's like, "No problem." So they deny his reenlistment, or he could reenlist, and they were going to take the $20,000 from his re-sign bonus. And he goes, "Okay, no problem." He leaves the Air Force and picked up a job with like Northrop Grumman or something like that, making like $200,000 a year.
Yeah.
Oh no, you got him, Air Force. Ha. Ridiculous. But yeah, he went on to do great things, man.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You peed on him.
I did.
Well, you guys peed on each other.
That's fair too.
Yeah.
That's fair too.
Yeah.
But
A couple of golden shower queens, you two are.
there was, I can say this without saying anything. There was a person when I was on deployment. We were flying to Iraq. So, I'm not going to go too deep into the details. However, we were flying iron. We were on one of our 130s, right? And this, I'll just say it, person goes, "I have to go to the bathroom." And they're like, "All right, there's the honey bucket." It was a female. And she attempts to go kind of mount the honey bucket, which, again, it's like a urinal.
Choice the word mount? What?
Yeah. Because if you saw this thing, it's just a small urinal. And it will accommodate a woman.
Adjusting herself.
Right. She took a shit in the honey bucket, dude.
It's like on tour. You don't.
Yeah, in the bus.
You don't poop in the bus. You just don't do it. If you absolutely have to.
Yeah.
And for some reason you cannot stop the bus, then you go in a bag and throw it out the window. Like there is that so many people on tour buses don't realize that if you have to go that bad and the bus pulls over at a gas station for you or somewhere, rest stop, 3 other guys are going to get off the bus and all go take a dump. Like you're not the only one. And so a lot of people, they won't do it and they'll just wait and wait and wait. It's like, you don't have to wait. If you really got to go, there's 10 other people here that also probably have to use the bathroom. But yeah, to your point, if you can't get away from it, you don't go. You just don't.
Right.
And of course, guys are always bringing girls on the buses and the guys don't tell them that. And girls love pooping on tour buses. It's a guarantee that if you bring a girl on a bus and she's never been on a bus before, she's going to poop in it because it's cleaner. I mean, they're not clean. You get 10 guys on a bus and it's not a clean environment, but it is cleaner than what is available, a bar or what's at the venue. And so they'll inevitably, it's private and it's cleaner. So and every time it's like, so it's always funny because who brought that girl on because the next day, do you know who's cleaning out all that water? Like all that, because what is it, gray water, whatever it is. Yeah. The guy that's whatever. Yeah, I don't know the difference or care it. Whoever was responsible for bringing that girl on the bus, that's the person that is cleaning up that water the next day and handling all that because the bus drivers won't do it for obvious reasons. Not handling other people's crap. Like they don't get paid for that.
Right.
It's always funny.
I don't know, man. That's wild.
A lot of poop talk today. A lot of poop talk.
Yeah. That's what we do.
Class. Pure class.
And it's funny, too, that we're doing these lives and I'll say it, we have a damn great looking podcast that like just the average product that's edited, it looks super clean. The quality is fantastic. I don't think our timing is hardly off at all. Like I think it's really great. And then it's like, here's the reality of it. Poop talk and farts and, I'm hitting my e-cigarette and taking drinks and coughing and
still boys.
I'm sorry?
We're still boys.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if nothing less, like that's a kudos to you for how fantastic you edit and make us look professional because we are not. And I love that. Yeah. I mean, and we were kind of talking about it like, you were saying something about like, yeah, well, so what if somebody hears the door open and it's like the one hand I'm like, well, no, I want to bring the best quality product And then on the other hand, it's like, okay, and we're also a super small operation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't have tons of editors and tons of producers and tons of, like,
Yeah.
we built this thing ourselves on purpose. And, like, that's why I take this stuff to heart, man. This is why I spend so much time on pushing this content. And, like, we did it for the right reasons.
Sure.
And I'm super, like, we're only at, what, 835 subs?
Something like that, but it's only been a few months.
Yeah, it's been, what, going on 5 months.
Yeah.
And I'm super proud of what we've done.
Agreed.
And, like, as arrogant as it may sound, I'm shocked that we're not doing even more right now. Like, we do a lot of work for this to put out something really well. And I'm proud of what we do, man. I really am.
Yeah. I like it. That's why I keep coming back to it. I think also the live streams, to me, for me, it's much less of a professional environment. It's a little bit more of, I'm just going to be me. We don't have a guest here. I'm not interviewing somebody, not actively making the effort to pull out information about whatever it is that they're sharing and keep that moving. The environment and the context, I think, is a lot different in these. So I don't mind if it comes across significantly less professional. It still looks great. It still sounds great. And also, we're still just a couple of dudes that have ridiculous stories from our past.
Yeah.
And they're not G-rated.
Speaking of which, I only talked about Tony, and then we started talking about poop.
Oh.
So we got Tony Hanger coming on, the pilot. Phenomenal man. I met him many years ago, and I know just great things about him. We have Eric Halstead coming up, who is the founder and CEO of an automation company, and he's just one of the sweetest people you'll ever meet.
He's a really awesome guy.
Absolutely love
really
him.
Value
as
him.
A human, just such a high value person. And I'm in talks with somebody right now, so I'm reluctant to say either one of them. However, one of them has been on national podcasts, and I've known him for quite a while. He has a super wild story. I give the dude a hug every time I see him, and like, I think you'll be blown away with that man's story because it's wild.
Right.
I don't want to go any deeper into that.
Don't.
Yeah. Just because if scheduling conflicts or what have you happen, I don't want to promise anything and not be able to deliver on it. But I will say, when we get this worked out, it is going to be wild hearing this man's story.
All right. Cool. I was talking to my friend Kalen the other day, who, toured with Korn for a number of years.
Yeah.
We were brainstorming briefly ideas and getting him out here so he can sit with us. It's he's got some stories with him and John, that's for sure. And then him and Joey,
Davis,
and then him and Joey Jordison from Slipknot, because Joey played with Korn at that time while Kalen was on stage with them, and they shared a bus together. And they've got there's just some wild stories there, some fun stuff, and
bring them all on.
Yeah. Well, can't bring Joey on.
Oh. Is he not with us anymore?
He also exited his timeline.
My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. And
I wasn't a huge Slipknot guy, so I didn't keep up with that.
I was at the time. I really like that stuff. The band that Kalen and Joey were in together, they had some pretty good tunes. They just late last year did a farewell show. It's a lot of legal stuff back and forth with record labels and whatnot. I don't know any of the details, so I'm not going to speak on it as though I do.
Right.
Nonetheless, they did that. John's my experience of him, he's a pretty relaxed guy. I'm sure if he was in the area, he would come on.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah. Maybe a lot of fun.
When are you going to call Kalen?
Call him right now if you want. Make it weird.
That'd be super
weird. He's in LA right now recording with, I don't know who, don't remember what producer called him up. He lives out in Nashville a few times a year. He gets flown all over wherever somebody else.
He's a studio musician now, isn't he? Or?
Yeah, well, he's a bit of a producer himself because he's very good with a lot of different genres, and he can sing pretty much any style and emulate anything.
Yeah.
It's part of the reason that he got the job with Korn, is that he could emulate and sound exactly like John and all the different things that John can do. And so it was kind of an obvious fit. And then he also, Kellen's got a lot of charisma, he's just fun to be around.
Yeah.
And he's albino, which is, weird. He's weird.
I've only met him via Zoom, and seems like a fantastic person. I've watched some of his stuff and interviews and stuff.
I've known him for 30 years. I don't know if he's fantastic.
Compared to you.
Agree to disagree. So he when he gets flown out to work on an album with somebody, it's usually because of what he can do with his vocals. And even if he's not on the album, he'll be responsible for a lot of melodies, harmonies, just things like, hey, here's a general idea, let's turn it into a song. And then they'll use him as like the Mary Poppins bag of, what do we want from this?
Right.
Yeah. So it's really interesting having recorded with him since high school. It's really the evolution of how he works things out in the studio as they're coming to him. It's interesting because I would say like the spectrum of it is very, very similar to the way it was when we were just kids. It's so much more polished and refined how he delivers that information now, but a lot of the concepts and processes are still the same, and I can see him working the same as he did then. But it's much smoother now because he's been doing it for so many years, so he doesn't really even have to think about it. He'll hear something and then immediately know what he wants out of it, and then also is able to verbalize and project what it is to whoever he's working with, what he's looking for. And that by itself is its own amazing thing to watch, because so many people cannot do that. They might have these great ideas, and as you know, I have the best idea ever, and then I say it out loud and it's not the best idea, it's the worst idea, right? He's the other way around, where if he has a great idea, generally speaking, he can get it out. And if he cannot get it out, it's like, just everyone stop, hit record. Okay, hit record again. And he'll just start doing, and it's pretty wild, and he'll start singing everybody's part. And so it's a lot of fun to watch. Anybody who hasn't hired him that is looking for someone to help them with their music should reach out and hire him. I obviously can't say enough good things about him.
Yeah. And to think he went on to record with like massive musicians and Korn, and you went on to record with me.
I mean, I've been on some pretty big stages myself, bud.
I was saying I was cool.
Hey, I chose this over all of that.
That's fair. Well, this life. I was not the determining factor where you were like, I'll stick around.
I chose this direction, and when you presented this opportunity, I was like, yeah, I'm 100% in.
Yeah. That was pretty great. I still remember, like, and we have pictures of the studio when it was just a table. And, I mean, it's been going on a year now, yeah?
Well, we started this mess February last year. I mean, we spent we spent a lot of time just hanging out, talking about what we were going to do and not actually doing anything.
Fair enough.
So I think by the time we actually started moving stuff, it was probably April or May.
Yeah. And I love that too. Like, that idea of all the things that like stood in our way, and we were just like, nope, don't care. And now just things seem so like easy, not necessarily just with the podcast, but just like life in general, where like something happens, I'm just like, all right, so what? Like, we move on, let's go.
Yeah, I'm having the more things I do like this, and this is part of the reason that I like the idea of starting the businesses that you and I have started together, is that every time I start a business or I choose into a larger endeavor, things that used to draw a lot of time, energy, and emotion out of me, just like resource dense.
Yeah.
I'm no longer attached emotionally to these outcomes. It's like, okay, that didn't work. Next. Okay, this isn't working. Next. Oh, that hurt really bad. Don't like that. Next. Right. It's the focus. Yeah, having these bigger responsibilities really helped narrow the focus a whole bunch.
Yeah.
And then to your point, I don't want to say things are easier. I don't know if that's the right word. I just want to support what you were saying in that, yeah, I guess maybe easier is the word. It's easier to focus on and move past things that would have otherwise clouded my attention.
In my first real like full-time endeavor into entrepreneurship, it it sucked, man. Something would happen and it would just knock me off kilter, and I'd be like, no, I can't believe this happened, and I would cycle in it so bad. And even like I was out in California, we were doing a gun show, and some kid came up and he's like, hey man, I got these carriers, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, well we have our carriers, and he's like, well, I'll give you a good deal on them. And I'm like, okay, I appreciate that, and if they're legit, like perhaps we can talk about it, because they were a little bit more of a spendy carrier, right? And this kid is like hanging around waiting for an opportunity to talk to me, but I'm slinging armor like crazy, right? And then all of a sudden this kid starts pitching to my customers to buy the carriers off of him, and I look at him, I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, what? And I was like, do you not understand that I've paid thousands of dollars to be here right now? Like, I'm coming in from out of state. I have all my product on hand. I've paid for my spots. Like, I have 2 employees working with me, hotel costs, food. Like, what are you doing? You paid $10 to get in, and you think I'm going to allow you to pitch my customers? And he's like, whatever, man. And he walks off, right? And then he went and attempted to do it to multiple other armor vendors and was just sniping their customers, right? And I was furious about it. And one of the kids that I was working with, kids, I say he's my age, one of the people that I was working with, and I also don't say that I hire. I think that's, I don't know, it's gross to me. He was a friend of mine. I hired him on to work with me, right? And I'm cycling in this. I'm super pissed. And he just looks at me and he goes, what's more important, dude? And I go, what? He goes, the money that you're making right now, or being right about how pissed off you are at that kid. And I was like, the money I'm making. And he's like, right, stop focusing on him. Focus on the sale. And then I turned around and I think I ended up selling like a bulk order of like 10 sets of armor right after that to one person. And like, I was like, all right, fair point, And had I not been in the headspace of back to the grind because of him, I don't know that I would have closed that. And it was a pretty substantial thousands of dollars deal, right? And so, I do attempt to take a lot of that nowadays to the game of whatever I'm doing in life, right? There are setbacks, there's goofy little stupid things that happen, and I just am like, all right, cool, so it happened. Now, if we can't change it, then what do? We just move on. Like, we find the best possible optimal outcome now, as opposed to sitting in regret or focus, being upset. That's stupid. Just move on. And I'm not attempting to like hop on some bandwagon, but like, Jocko, dude, good.
Yeah, didn't work out, good.
Yeah, did work out, good. Problem, good.
Yeah, next.
Right. So for me, I think that's a much better way of living. And like, I recently had a situation where there was something like that going on, and I was like, this is so crazy. Like, I thought it was supposed to work out in my favor. All of the signs were there that it was going in my favor, and it didn't go in my favor in that moment. And that led to me becoming friends with that person. It helped push this podcast. It helped me with connections of other things that I've been working on. And it ended up working out in my favor in the end anyway. The outcome that I was searching for in that one specific thing ended up coming to me. Plus all of those other things, because I surrendered. Had I not surrendered to the fact that it happened and been bitter or what have you, like, I would have gotten none of those things.
Yeah.
So surrender quickly. Don't take the mindset of like warfare, surrender to it. Surrender to the idea that maybe sometimes you don't have control of a situation. It helps everything.
I would say that most of the time I don't have control of situation. Situation's happening. I'm simply, my timeline's just crashing through it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, I think we wrap it up here, bud. I am pretty exhausted.
Nope. I think you're going to sleep great tonight. You have a ton of energy. You're going to have a super duper neat sleep tonight.
Dude,
on your brand. Oh, hey, where'd you get it? Plug them.
Where'd I get what?
The new mattress.
Oh, well.
No? You don't have to.
It's not that I'm against that by any means whatsoever. It's that it's a franchise,
Mm.
and I would assume that it's okay to mention the franchise even though she doesn't own the franchise.
Oh, well, just don't.
I'm okay with it. I think they would appreciate it.
I mean, I would never promote anything on camera.
Coors Banquet, you say?
Oddly,
You're still waiting for them to reach out to you?
yeah.
No, it was Mattress by Appointment in Scottsdale or Chandler. It's a husband and wife team. They're fantastic people. It's a different experience. Like, I've gone to mattress stores. It is what it is. We are not getting paid for this. They have not given us any discounts or anything. They
I
were
do
just
expect
good
a free
people.
mattress.
Is that why you're having me do your dirty work?
Yes. This
That's
exactly.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I think I did pretty good because you just leaned right into that.
I did.
You just went
I
for
was
it.
excited.
Yeah.
Hook, line, and sinker. No, Kim is the wife of the husband and wife team. They're fantastic people. It's interesting because you go in there and the showroom is closed, and it's just you and whomever. If I brought my girlfriend with me, and we were trying out all the different beds and talking about it, and she's breaking down. Well, this is a hybrid. It's a memory foam plus spring. Just great people. And they gave me a 20-year warranty on my mattress. I was like, can we put it in my girlfriend's name? Because I'm diabetic. This mattress might outlive me. So,
What if it's full of mites?
I don't know. I didn't ask because I didn't think to ask. However, Kim from
Sorry.
Mattress by Appointment in Scottsdale or Chandler, great human. I highly recommend them if you're in Arizona and you're looking for a mattress. We got a absolutely amazing mattress with a 20-year warranty, and I cannot wait to sleep in that thing tonight. But there's the plug, Brandon. I hope you enjoy your free mattress that I didn't get any deals on, you jerk.
Oh, I'll let you know.
I'm like the God's honest truth. I don't know that I will ever attempt to be gross and leverage like this platform.
Oh, no, it's fun to joke about.
Yeah. But I'm
know.
saying like, affiliate marketing for sure. Cool. No problem.
Oh, yeah.
But I will never be that guy that'll be like, you don't want to hook it up? I'm a content creator. Like, bleh. It's so gross. Like, I was even joking about it last night.
That tastes gross to listen to you say.
Right. There's these levels of like influencer, right? And it was like, if you have X amount of followers, you're this type of influencer. And if you have this amount, you're this. And you're a macro influencer, and you're a massive influencer. And I was like, what is it if you have 835 subscribers on YouTube? And it's like, you're a nano influencer. And I was like, yeah.
We should get
That sounds
hats
so
made.
gross. Just
Nano influencer.
I have nano influence. But no, I yeah. Believe me, there's
Nano Maxine.
ample-
That's the shirt.
the new shirt, yeah.
That's the shirt. Nano Maxine.
Nano Max
Oh
with
my God.
Lunatics and Legends podcast.
That's outstanding.
No, man, there are plenty of people that I would love to just be like, and these people suck, and here's why, and I'm not gonna do that. That's gross energy. So there's that. I'm exhausted. Cut it. Ladies and gentlemen, this has all been AI. No, nothing. All right. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm ready.
Bye.